Alright folks, let's talk about a sport where grown adults throw a leather-wrapped projectile at wooden sticks, while 11 other grown adults strategically place themselves around a field to prevent that from happening. Yes, it's time for the Cricket World Cup. This year, the drama unfolds in India, a country where cricket isn't just a sport, it's practically a religion. And much like predicting the winner of a papal conclave, picking a victor in this contest is a task fraught with uncertainty, nail-biting tension, and the potential for absolute chaos. Now, for those of you who might be unfamiliar with the Cricket World Cup, imagine the Super Bowl, but instead of lasting for a few hours, it drags on for over a month. And instead of touchdowns and field goals, you have wickets, sixes, and enough strategic nuance to make a game of chess look like a round of Candyland. Over the next few weeks, we'll be treated to a cricketing smorgasbord as teams from across the globe battle it out for ultimate glory. So, who will lift that coveted trophy? Will it be the usual suspects? Or could we see an underdog story for the ages? Let's break down the top contenders and see if we can separate the pretenders from the contenders. Let's start with the hosts and perennial favourites, India. Look, when it comes to cricket, India are basically the rock stars. They've got 1 billion fans screaming their lungs out, a seemingly endless supply of talented players, and the weight of national expectation resting firmly on their shoulders. India's strength lies in their batting lineup, which is basically a highlight reel waiting to happen. You've got Virat Kohli, the cricketing equivalent of a finely tuned Ferrari, capable of accelerating the run rate at will. And then there's Rohit Sharma, a man who hits sixes with the casual elegance of someone ordering a latte at their favourite coffee shop. But it's not just their batting that makes India formidable. Their bowling attack, led by the ever-reliable Jasprit Bumrah, can be equally lethal. Bumrah's ability to bowl Yorkers, those pinpoint deliveries that crash into the base of the stumps, is the stuff of nightmares for batsmen. Playing at home is a massive advantage for India. The familiar pitches, the deafening roar of the home crowd, it's a potent combination that can unsettle even the most seasoned opponents. But with the weight of expectation comes immense pressure. Can India handle the heat and deliver on home soil? That's the million-dollar question. Next up, we've got Australia, a team that takes to cricket like a kangaroo to a bouncy castle. They're 5-time World Cup champions, and they've got a history of turning it on when it matters most. Now, the Aussies have a reputation for playing hard, and let's just say, not being afraid to engage in a bit of healthy banter on the field. But beneath the bravado lies a team of exceptional skill and tactical nous. Their batting lineup is spearheaded by David Warner, a man who treats sixes like they're going out of style, and Steve Smith, a batsman whose technique is so flawless it could bring a tear to your eye. And then there's Glenn Maxwell, a player who can turn a match on its head in the blink of an eye with his explosive batting. But Australia's strength lies in their bowling attack. Pat Cummins is a captain's dream. He consistently hits the right areas, swings the ball both ways, and picks up crucial wickets. And then there's Mitchell Starc, a left-arm quick who can bowl thunderbolts at over 150 kilometers per hour. Batsmen literally have to see it to hit it, and even then, it's a risky proposition. The Aussies may not be the favourites this time around, but underestimate them at your peril. They've got the experience, the firepower, and the sheer bloody-mindedness to make a deep run in this tournament. Now, let's talk about England, the reigning champions of the world. They've undergone a remarkable transformation in recent years, going from predictable losers to a team that plays with an almost reckless abandon. England's batting lineup is like a fireworks display, explosive, unpredictable, and capable of blowing any opposition away. They're led by Jos Buttler, a batsman who can hit the ball harder and farther than anyone else in the world. And then there's Ben Stokes, a genuine all-rounder who can change the course of a match with both bat and ball. England's bowling attack may not be as star-studded as some of the other teams in the tournament, but they've got a knack for taking wickets at crucial moments. Jofra Archer, when fit, is a genuine game-changer. His raw pace and ability to generate awkward bounce make him a nightmare for batsmen. England's key to success will be their fearless approach. They're not afraid to take risks, and they're always looking to put pressure on the opposition. If they can maintain their aggressive brand of cricket, they'll be a tough team to beat. And now, for a team that knows a thing or two about heartbreak South Africa. The Proteas have consistently been one of the best teams in the world, but they've got a knack for finding new and inventive ways to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, especially in ICC tournaments. Now I know what you're thinking. John, why are you bringing up painful memories? Look, it's like talking about a friend's ex. You know it's a sensitive subject, but you also can't ignore the elephant in the room, especially when that elephant is wearing a green and gold jersey and has a history of dropping catches at the worst possible moment. But let's focus on the positives, shall we? South Africa has a team packed with talent. Quinton de Kock is one of the most destructive wicketkeeper batsmen in the world, capable of single-handedly dismantling bowling attacks. And then there's Kagiso Rabada, a fast bowler who can make the ball talk. The Proteas' chances will hinge on their ability to handle the pressure. If they can keep their cool in crunch moments and finally get over that mental hurdle, they could be a real threat in this tournament. But if they let the ghosts of tournaments past haunt them, well, it could be another disappointing exit for one of cricket's most talented yet snake-bitten sides. Next up, we've got the West Indies, a team that embodies the spirit of Caribbean cricket, flamboyant, powerful, and always entertaining. They were once the undisputed kings of cricket, but in recent years, their star has dimmed somewhat. However, with the tournament being co-hosted in the Caribbean, they'll be hoping to recapture some of that old magic. The West Indies' strength lies in their power hitting. They've got a lineup that's capable of hitting sixes for fun, led by the likes of Nicholas Pooran, a batsman who can clear the ropes with effortless ease, and Evan Lewis, a man who hits the ball so hard it's a wonder it doesn't spontaneously combust. And then there's Andre Russell, a true all-rounder who can change the game with both bat and ball. Russell is a physical specimen who combines brute force with incredible hand-eye coordination. When he's on song, there's no stopping him. The West Indies' chances will depend on their consistency. They're capable of beating anyone on their day, but they've also been known to have the occasional off day, or, let's be honest, off week. If they can find some consistency and rediscover their winning formula, they could be a dark horse in this tournament. Pakistan, the enigmatic, unpredictable, and often maddeningly inconsistent team of world cricket. Trying to predict Pakistan's performance in a major tournament is like trying to herd cats. It's a fool's errand, fraught with frustration and the potential for unexpected scratches. But that's what makes them so dangerous and so entertaining. Pakistan's strength lies in their bowling attack, which is, without a doubt, one of the most potent in the world. Shaheen Afridi is a young left-arm quick who bowls with genuine pace and can swing the ball late. And then there's the wily veteran, Mohammad Shami, a master of reverse swing who can tie batsmen in knots. Their batting can be a bit of a mixed bag. They have explosive players like Fakhar Zaman and Babar Azam who can take apart any bowling attack on their day. But they can also be frustratingly inconsistent, prone to collapses that make you want to tear your hair out. If Pakistan can find some consistency with the bat and their bowlers can replicate their recent form, they could be a real threat. But if they're not firing on all cylinders, well, it could be another early exit for the unpredictable men in green. And finally, we have New Zealand, a team that's often overlooked but always seems to find a way to exceed expectations. They're the perennial dark horses of world cricket, consistent, resilient, and always up for a fight. New Zealand might not have the star power of some of the other teams in this tournament, but what they lack in individual brilliance, they more than make up for in teamwork, discipline, and a never-say-die attitude. They're a team that's greater than the sum of its parts. Their batting revolves around the steady hand of Kane Williamson, a batsman who oozes class and composure. And then there's the experienced duo of Martin Guptill and Ross Taylor, who can provide explosive starts at the top of the order. Their bowling attack is equally potent, led by the ever-reliable Trent Boult, a left-arm swing bowler who can make life difficult for any batsman. And then there's Tim Southee, a veteran seamer who knows how to take wickets in all conditions. New Zealand's chances will depend on their ability to handle the pressure of being the underdogs. If they can embrace that role and play with the freedom and fearlessness that has become their trademark, they could be a real threat in this tournament. Don't be surprised if they make a deep run and potentially even challenge for the title. So there you have it, folks. A rundown of the top contenders for this year's Cricket World Cup. It's a tournament that promises to be a feast of cricketing entertainment with enough twists, turns and nail-biting finishes to keep us all on the edge of our seats. Now, I'm not going to make any bold predictions. Predicting the winner of a World Cup is a fool's errand, and frankly, I've got a reputation to uphold. But one thing's for sure, we're in for a wild ride. So buckle up, grab your snacks and get ready for a month of cricketing drama. May the best team win and may the spirit of sportsmanship prevail. And if your team happens to lose, well, there's always next time, or the time after that. Or you could just embrace the glorious uncertainty of it all and enjoy the ride.